guys, welcome back. This is not your boy again, Adamslink. How you guys doing? Welcome to another freaky video. As usual, support your boy, like this video, comment, share it on all social media platforms. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook at adamslinkmedia, and also subscribe. Then click the bell notification to get updates anytime, any day I upload. And good morning, afternoon, evening, depending on where you are watching this video from. Without further ado, guys, let's discuss this atrocity. Yeah, I will refer to it as atrocity. So apparently these four men, grown-up men, decided, they were like, you know what, we are tired of knacking punani. We are tired of all the punani in our country. We are tired of sleeping with fine, beautiful girls, ugly girls with sweet coochie, fine women with sweet coochie. We are tired of every punani on earth. Guess what they decided to do? They decided to capture a big monitor lizard, and they were caught having entanglement with it. So, well, not in Nigeria though, but this one happened in India. So they say 4 men are arraigned for gang raping a monitor lizard. 4 men have been arrested for raping a Bengal monitor lizard at the Sadari Tiger Reserve in India. According to report, the 4 men who are hunters are identified as Sadep Power, Kantinka, and Sunil. Sorry, I cannot pronounce their name properly. Their arrest comes after the accused phone was discovered to contain a video of them gang raping the lizard. Wow. Yahoo News report the CCTV footage from the forest department showed the 4 men locking around the forest and trespassing into the tiger reserve, which was created by India government in 2008 to conserve Bengal tiger. Forest guards initially only caught one of the accused while the other fled. Well, I do not understand. Is it that they wanted to use it for ritual purposes? You know, India are very strong when it comes to native medicine, when it comes to Kayamata and all the rest. Apparently, if you want power, spiritual power, a lot of our guests that want spiritual power, politicians usually travel to India. Even the Jaruma and all of them usually travel to India, according to rumors though, to seek some kind of spiritual power because they are good when it comes to that. So, my question now is, why did they decided to have an entanglement with a gamma lizard? Why? Why? What is the purpose? What is the purpose? How did they even carry out the act? How? What is the purpose? And is there any form of law in India that can penalize or that will jail them for what they did? Is there any law that they have passed that will jail them for what they did? The things they baffle me. Honestly, I don't understand what is the motive. You know, when I've seen numerous videos, so seeing all those cattle rearers, all those abattoir boys that usually follow cows, herdsmen, having an entanglement with a cow. We have seen numerous videos on TikTok. So even now, people are afraid to able chop beef. Are they afraid to chop beef? They will kill cow. I don't know whether human being don't knock this cow tire. I'm afraid to chop beef. I'm afraid. I will just move over to fish. Since you guys do not want to allow us to eat all those animals in peace, you guys are done with human beings. You are not going to animals that we are consuming. You are having entanglement with animals. What is it now? Well, it's quite unfortunate though, so kindly leave your comment below and let me know exactly how you feel. So, for instance, I want to ask this question. Meanwhile, this one is coming from Don Jazzy anyway. Don Jazzy was the first person to ask this. So, it goes like this. If someone sincerely asks you, what are the disadvantages do you think you have? Be honest. What are the disadvantages of dating you? If they ask you, like if you want to go on a date, and I think this should be a first question that we should be asking ourselves now. If I'm going on a date with you, the first thing I'm going to ask you is that what are the disadvantages before asking for the advantages? What are the disadvantages of dating you? What am I going to face? Are you that you are toxic? Are you that you have some issues going on that I will be dealing with? Do you have SC's problem that I will be dealing with? Also many other issues as well. I think it's a really dope question. So please kindly leave your response below. Check out what this woman said. Marriage at 40. She said, I'm very, very excited to get married this year. At age 44, there is a maturity and clarity that I would have never been able to access in my 20s or 30 to be a healthy partner. I will never say I waited for him all my life. I was waiting for me. Well, to be able to ascertain this kind of mindset is really beautiful. There are people who just think that their time is going by, their time is passing by, so they are really, really pressuring themselves. Not only pressure from parents alone, they are pressuring themselves by themselves to get married. And meanwhile, you are not physically and mentally, financially ready. Even if you are financially and physically ready, you are not mentally ready enough. I think the mental state is what is really necessary. But that is for the new age, though. That is for the new age. When it comes to the old teachings, man, if you are 20 years old, above 18, you're already ripe for marriage and you should be married. According to Islamic law as well, if you are ripe enough, you should be married in order for you not to start committing other sins. You understand what I mean? And this actress, Dayo, said, toxic women destroy good men too, but we barely talk about that. Well, you know, one of the funny things I see a lot on social media is that whenever people are going online to seek advices, they usually seek advices, women mostly, they usually go for the advices that favors them, even men as well, that favors them. And I feel like a lot of us are deceiving ourselves. Also check the ones that doesn't favor you so that you will also learn from it. And majority of advices online is how to treat a woman, how to treat a woman, how to treat a woman, how to treat a woman. But what about woman, how to treat a man? Talk about Funke Akindele's husband and with the marital issue is having currently. Funke Akindele's family versus JJ Skills SY for S baby mama. So apparently, this man allegedly beat up his own son, and his son's mother is seeking for justice. And apparently, he allegedly beat him up because he was expelled from school. So I want to play you the video, then we can generally have a discussion concerning it. I'm going to play you just a few clips. He narrated a whole lot, but
Yes, I did get expelled, and when my dad did pick me up whilst we were driving, he began to start shouting at me, and I could only just say sorry. I could only just just try to diffuse the thing, but he slapped me first, and we've all been slapped. It happens, and then the slaps turned into punches, and it was repeated punches whilst shouting at me, threatening that he was going to kill me, that I'm a waste of space, and that I'm completely and utterly useless to him, and that, you know, he'd rather me dead. And he just kept on punching me and punching me and punching me and punching me, and I kept on, and I, you know, the side of my face just kept on getting bigger and bigger and bigger. We just kind of want justice for what happened, you know, because there's a difference, which is what some people have to realize, but maybe because there's not been a full story, but there is a difference between beating and assault.
If I pay a whole lot of school fees for my son, and my son got expelled from school, I'm going to deal with you. I'm going to deal with you. And especially when you want to destroy my home as well again. Well, and you say you want to see some form of justice from some form of justice. So definitely you want your dad to go to jail or whatsoever. Man, this is one of the fear. Well, I will encourage you guys to go and watch the entire video because I'm not about to judge him. But honestly, he said it all. I was expelled. Why were you expelled if you were a good son? If you were going to your school like you are a good boy, why were you expelled? Before any vicinity out there expelled you, you know you are very, very notorious. And I bet while he was so hungry, you were talking back in kind of like a defensive mode. If you are expelled and I talk to you as my son, you are trying to talk back, defending yourself. See, I will remove Cain aside and I will use blow punch you. Well, I'm not in any way encouraging any form of beating your children, but sometimes some children can really get to your nerves. So do what you please and make sure you don't harm your child. And also, I check out this new development coming from Nigeria police. I think this one is absolutely really gonna favor a lot of us. You understand? So according to Nigeria police force, they said in a bid to reduce or possibly put a stop to extortion, harassment and brutality in the Nigeria police force, we will henceforth hold DPOs and commanders responsible for the misdeed of their men, inasmuch as we don't promote various liability. We have equally noticed that some superior fall or lack the willingness and or withheld to supervise and manage their men. This leadership gaps is not in tune with the leadership style of the IGP. Leadership gap is not in tune with the leadership style of the IGP and its repositioning drive turns counterproductive and commendable. Well, I think, like I've said before, this will definitely favor a lot of us. And as we all know, it's a kind of like a known fact that these commanders, DPOs, assistants, and supervisors are somehow, in a way, allowing their men under them to go out to start doing illegal business so that they will have their own settlement. In fact, whenever they come, they'll say, oh, see, I need 100,000 naira today for a weekend. Or you're making to go out, ask them to get them, and get them for me. You will just give them free hands and they will just go be harassing anybody in order for them to get that money. And if they cannot get that money, if you are friends to the police and they know you are a Yahoo guy, they will set you up to get that money. That is how they do it. So now holding them accountable, not just the men alone, the DPOs and the commanders, I think that is a really way forward. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm so happy this kind of development is coming. So let's see if all the issue that we are having will improve with this form of harassment and all the rest. So this one is coming from a DPO in Nigeria Police Force as well. He said, Some policemen enter my net today when I met them on the road doing their routine check. But the problem erupted when I noticed they were neatly dressed without name tag. They intentionally removed their name tag to store identification. Of course, guess my judgment. Well, it's good there. They are all going to be dismissed or punished. Some policemen, you will see them, you will try as much as possible to identify them. You will not see any name there. They will remove the name. Any policeman you see that doesn't have name, name with his badge, with his name there on the uniform, know that policeman is either a fake policeman or doing illegal work. So please, as soon as you see them, try as much as possible to find your square root or try as much as possible to get yourself out of that situation. So let's talk about Funke Akindele's husband with